Hello, I am attorney Tammy Saltzman, and you are watching Divorce Connection Network. Today we are so pleased to have back Susan Block. She is a licensed
marriage and family therapist.
Those are her credentials. She does a lot of repairing to marriages. I have a lot of respect for her. She creates really unique opportunities for couples to bond. And even though I'm a divorce attorney, my number one priority is trying to save marriages. So today we're talking about infidelity.
Yes.
Shh.
A very delicate, sensitive topic for anyone to talk about.
You know, it's delicate, it is. And, people say that, someone just said, I know someone who's having an affair, should I tell his wife? And I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news.
Right.
And so, mind your own business. But yet, if your spouse was having an affair and someone knew, wouldn't you want them to tell you? So my mom used to say, if you're not having sex with your spouse once every 3 days, he's having sex with somebody else. And I used to laugh at my mother and think, you're crazy. And, more and more, that's the number one complaint we have in our firm is when couples are not connecting in an intimate manner, whether it's through communication or physical intimacy, there's a breakdown in the marriage.
Even just friendship. They started out the relationship, they had so much fun together, and they were just best friends. And then life transitions happened. They had kids, they started their careers, and all of a sudden the disconnection happened. And they didn't even recognize that it was happening. And so often that's a main reason why couples do stray and meet other people.
Right, and those other people are there to try, they're in their honeymoon phase,
Yes.
They're at their best, and they want to be there for you, and it distracts you from working on your marriage.
Definitely.
And
it's not the only reason that people step out of the relationship, but it's definitely one of the biggest reasons. Sometimes people step out of a relationship because they have sex addictions or internet addictions, pornography, and those are some areas that people will step out, but the primary reason that people step out is for connection, intimacy, and friendship.
Connection, intimacy, and friendship. 3 very important things that are needed in order to have a happy marriage. So if you're don't have those things in your marriage, don't stick your head in the sand, because those things are out there and available if you're not providing it. So what are some of the signs that people need to be looking for before to prevent an outside marital affair?
I think the biggest thing is recognizing that your partner maybe is distant, maybe not coming home at the time they used to come home, spending a lot of time on the internet or on their cell phones, and just recognizing that that's a sign. And by making a simple change by, a touch, or hugging your spouse when they come home from work, or if you're busy bathing the kids and feeding them dinner and life is very hectic, just recognizing that your partner needs to have that connection with you. And if you can just reshift and make that simple change, it really goes a long way.
So once a week date night is a suggestion, right? A picnic is always, I find picnics, doesn't matter where you have a picnic. Picnics kind of bring you back to basics.
Sure, you can have a picnic in your own living room.
You could have a picnic in your own living room. You could have a picnic on your porch. You could have a picnic at the beach. We live here in Florida. Many of us think the beach is too far away because it's all the way east, but you know what? We live on a peninsula. So
absolutely. And if I could just add to that a lot of times, if couples are dealing with 3 small children, they might work 2 jobs each just to pay the bills. Sometimes a date night can be even difficult to get out, or they don't have babysitters, or they can't afford a babysitter. So even just reconnecting over watching something on TV. Maybe typically you sit on two separate couches, and now you come together and you sit together on the couch and hold hands. That's connection.
And it is, and you can find things to do even as a family.
Yes.
That still bond you. Going to the movies with your kids and sitting and holding hands with your spouse while the kids are mesmerized.
Definitely.
That could be a date night. When I first started dating my ex-husband many years ago, he had 3 children. And we used to go pretty regularly on Friday night to the beach. And we would get there around 6:30, and we would have blankets, and we'd go to Publix, and we'd get Subways, and we'd get the kids some soda, and we'd bring a bottle of wine, and we'd bring some plastic cups, and it was a regular routine that we did that was so nice.
I agree.
I kind of miss those days.
And like you said, including the children, because you're the ones that are teaching them how to connect with a partner, and you're the role models for them for when they get older and are in relationships.
My kids were a little bit older. I had my boys, they're twins, they were 9, and my daughter was 11, my stepkids, and they did their own thing. They were tossing footballs around, throwing frisbees, going swimming while we sat on the blanket.
Sounds wonderful.
It was really quite nice. I kind of need another Friday night date night like that.
And it doesn't require a lot of money.
No, and that's another thing. It doesn't require a lot of money. You can make sandwiches at home.
Exactly.
You don't have to go to Publix, and, you don't have to buy soda. You can make lemonade. There's a lot of different things you could do.
And something that a lot of the couples that I work with do, texting. If you're away at work all day long and you're gone 9-10 hours a day, text each other. Send each other a little, love text in the middle of the day. But it's going to take a shifting in your thought. Have a moment when you're taking a break from your busy work day to send out a 2-second text to your spouse or partner.
It's so easy, even with all the
emojis.
Emojis and all the different keyboards that you can use on your smartphones, even just like a little happy face throwing a heart kiss.
Goes a long way.
Goes a long way. And also the anticipation up to is fun. So like on Friday morning, can't wait for tonight, looking forward to our date night, I'm going to get my nails done. Whatever it is that you can do to anticipate and draw out that anticipation makes the whole day like a date.
And something that I do in my own personal relationship is Friday night is a night that we stay in. And we reconnect just as a couple. We'll watch something on Netflix. My boyfriend likes to cook pizza, and that's something that during the week we look forward to.
It is. It's fun.
It's a ritual.
It's a ritual, and you look forward to it, and it becomes part of your regular routine, and it's a nice way to bond. And when it stops, or when you miss one, it'll be like, oh my God, we missed our Friday night.
And you can feel the disconnection. And so when you begin to feel that disconnection, read that signal and know that, okay, this is time for us to reconnect. How can we go about doing that?
Another thing that's good is to switch off on interests. Like if one of you really likes to watch sports, so one date night you might watch a game together. If one of you likes to go have pedicures or foot massages, then the next week maybe you'll go do that together.
Sure.
So that you're compromising back and forth and you're both enjoying the time that you spend together.
I love that, yeah.
Since I turned 50, I created like a serious bucket list of things that I want to accomplish in the limited amount of time that we all have left. And I find that it's really fun, even if you're not going to accomplish something on the list, to just share your bucket list with someone.
Definitely.
And research what would it take to go on a hot air balloon over Napa, for an instance. So, and it's also fun to put a few realistic things on your bucket list so that if you do have like a boring Saturday afternoon, you can maybe tackle one.
Go on a bike ride. Just out of the box, things you normally don't do.
Right.
We have parks here, we have, recreational areas. You can go canoeing, you can go kayaking.
You can even go fly fishing. So it's like fun, whatever it is that your dream is. You want to go catch a shark, you can rent a boat and go catch a shark. So, those kinds of small little adventures also helps in the relationship.
Definitely.
One of the things Susan does that I really love, and I look forward to joining her one day soon, is you do this cooking class.
Yes.
So why don't you tell the audience just a little bit about that?
Well, it's called Cooking Couples Connect, and it's located at the Alan Bergman Catering Company, and it's a way for us to bring couples together just to have a good time, a fun night out. The chef does a lot of fun, creative ways of connecting the couples that are coming in. For example, they share an oven mitt and they have to prepare a meal with both of their hands in one oven mitt. So it really makes them physically connected, and it's very playful. They have a good time and they learn a new meal, and they can take that with them in their own kitchen and eventually prepare the meal on their own.
There are lots of cooking schools and chefs out there that offer courses. I took a cooking class down in Fort Lauderdale once on the east side, and there were a lot of couples there, and he did a lot of wine pairings, and it was really, really a nice night. Also, another fun thing is dance lessons. So that's another way to connect and be intimate with each other. So these are lots of great things. What happens, how do people reach you so that they can work on the intimacy in their relationship?
The best way is finding me on my website, which is CoralSpringsCounselingCenter.com. My name is Susan Block, and I'm very easy to find on Facebook, on the internet. And once you find me, give me a call or send me an email and say, my spouse and I, or my partner and I, really are looking for ways to reconnect. And what I can provide for couples is not a cookie cutter way that I share with every couple, but it's really what fits best for this couple that are coming in. So it's very specific to what your needs and interests are.
So you know how to reach Susan. You'll also be able to find her on our website at divorceconnectionnetwork.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.